The tardy bell is ringing when he emerges from the basement, so he's late for social studies. He enters the room, apologizing to Mr. Duncan, not even thinking he'll need more than words, because part of him is still stuck in the old days. Just 3 days ago, when teachers let him get away with whatever, but the teacher, usually exuberant basketball fan, sends Ty to the principal's office on site. The principal then advises Ty to leave school grounds, not suspension, mind you, a cooling off period. No one's going to care about where you are a month from now. Ty sprints home, wondering if Dana's estimate timing is too generous. Dad's on the phone upstairs with the door closed. No abilities necessary to suss it all. Dad's just loud. Take it back? How you going to take back money you weren't supposed to give us in the first place? Tell me that. Look. When all this blows over and the country's best basketball player is at Kentucky instead of your shithole school, remember this conversation, you son of a bitch. Then a crash, the phone flung against Dad's door. Ty's still in the foyer, afraid to go further. What are you doing home? Mom shuffles out of the kitchen in her bathrobe, gripping a coffee mug. There's not even a little bit of coffee in that cup. The spectral spooks shooting from the bourbon feel like sharp medicine. They sent me home. Mom takes a big gulp, chuckles. Happy Monday then. I'm going to lie down, sweetie, okay? Sure, Mom. Ty climbs the stairs while Mom burrows between the big decorative pillows on the couch. Sneaking past Dad's office doesn't work because the old man is waiting in the doorway. Come here, Ty. Dad waves him inside. They sit. A solid minute goes by before they speak. And when they do, son, Dad starts, I've been on calls all morning. Your recruiters aren't reacting well to the events that transpired. Did I hear you say someone gave you money and they want it back? That's nothing you should concern yourself with. I'm worried about you, son. Ty sags in his chair, holding back hot tears. It's the first time since Friday that anyone's expressed any concern for his well-being. Then Dad says, we may need to put some serious thought into you playing overseas. Huh? Dad produces his iPad and presents a website. Bahrain doesn't really care about players being enhanced. Not the most lavish accommodations in the world, but several of their league coaches love the mixtape I sent them. The best part is they'll take really good care of you, so you won't have hardly any living expenses while you're there. No more hot tears, just heat, anger. What about you and Mom? To keep expenses low, we'll stay here managing your money until you're ready to... Ty, where are you going? Ty's downstairs and outside fast enough to suck air from Dad's office, leaving the old man gasping. A couple of minutes later and a few miles away, Ty stops running. Not because he's tired, because he's lost. When he's left his house, he wasn't thinking. When he doesn't think, something like instinct takes over. It's like how, if he misplaces his keys or his phone, he can close his eyes and just move, navigating doorways and avoiding furniture without incident. Within a few steps, he always found what he was looking for. So what's he looking for now? He's on a cracked sidewalk with weeds crawling from the splits in the concrete. Those snaking tendrils are pretty much the only greenery around, a jarring contrast to the tree-lined streets and manicured lawns in his neighborhood. Here the buildings are short and made of faded brick. The asphalt is ashy, the sky is ashy with streaky gray mist that's more like factory smoke than clouds. The craziest part is he's almost certain the day was bright and sunny back at his house. What a difference a few miles makes. Now that he's out of his head and absorbing all the details around him, Ty still doesn't know where he's going. So he strolls, his hands stuffed in his pockets, passing an open pawn shop, an out-of-business soul food spot, a boarded-up graffiti scrawled doorway with an awning sheltering a dozing homeless man. Ty slow walks to a block or three, contemplating a return home, when he hears a familiar sound, a bouncing ball. It's faint, but he tracks the sound to the end of the block, then rounds the corner. It's loud now, and so are the voices. Someone yells, "I'm open!" Ty close enough to hear what sounds like a quiet wish at this distance. Kobe! The next sound will be a swish if there's even a net on the rim, or a bonk if the shot's a brick. It's a bonk, and that's okay. Ty's at the chain link fence now with his eyes on the game. It's a small public play area with only 2 half courts side by side. A kid's park, no real runs here, then just fun, that's also okay. It's a loose 3-on-3 between what looks to be a group of 10-year-olds. At a glance, Ty can tell the casual players from the more advanced ones. There's a taller, lankier kid who keeps his head up when he dribbles and attempts to step back 3 that ain't quite James Harden, but might be damn close in a couple of years. The other standout impresses him with a mean handle. When the lanky boy steps back, hits rim, and bounces out to her, the kid instantly pulls off an in and out dribble that shakes her defender before she slides along the baseline for a silky finger roll, all with her hand encased in a cast and fastened to her chest by a sling. Well, Ty assumes the hand in the cast is her offhand, because if she's dribbling like that with her actual offhand, whoa. All the kids cheer the highlight-worthy move, and it's enough to make Ty pass through the gate for a better look at the game. He's barely 2 steps inside the perimeter before a woman says, "What the hell are you doing here? Are you following me?" She's talking to someone else he thinks has to be, except his spectral sense kicks in and he feels the confusion, orange and pulsing, fear, yellow and clenched, and anger. Anger is red, always red. When he faces her, it's like getting splashed in the face with a warm, arterial spray. Ty stumbles backward, almost loses his balance. He's that startled. The raging blood clot of a person retreats slightly too. Ty blinks rapidly, forcing his eyes to focus on the more normal spectrum so he can see her real face. His breath catches. You? It's the woman from the stadium, the one he saved. No, wait. No. He understands, though deep down. When he left his house, he wasn't thinking. The compass in his head switched to autopilot and led him toward what he wanted to find, her. There she is, shuffling sideways so she's between him and the basketball court, almost in a fighting stance, her purse clutched in one hand while she roots in it with the other. "Hold on, lady. Hold on. Ty says, not knowing how to finish. He can't even explain why he's there to himself. She retrieves herself from her bag and holds it like a weapon. "Leave now. I won't call the cops if you do." Now the red is strong. Inside Ty too. His rage bubbles. "You're going to call the cops? For what? I saved you, lady." He can't tell if what she says next is her comeback or if she didn't hear him in the midst of her panic. It doesn't really matter. You people think you can do anything you want and you're better than us. You people? Flying around and throwing whole cars and bursting into flame? It's crazy. Reggie might never walk again because of what you've done to him. Reggie? She can't mean Mr. Red, but she does. Scattered portions of her aura shift to dark green purple bruises. A mix of fear and shame. The color of damage. "We ought to sue your ass and press charges." Ty's quiet when he says, "Reggie is the man who is going to shoot you." I ain't see no gun." A lie. More shame splotches appear. Her mouth opens to say more, probably to threaten him with the police again. But he doesn't give her a chance. Ty's gone in a breath, a new destination firmly fixed in his mind. Rushing up the sidewalk in a better and brighter neighborhood, dodging folks out for strolls and walking their dogs, he nimbly fishes for his phone from one pocket and Dana's scribbled number from another, his hastily typed text. "I'm in."